Hello everyone, I'm Sidhvita, a member of Krino Forensics. Before starting the session, let me ask, have you ever wondered how forensic experts solve crimes? How a tiny fingerprint, a hair strand, or a blood stain can uncover the truth? Let's understand. Behind the fascinating world of forensic science are seven fundamental principles guiding every investigation, every analysis, and every courtroom testimony. They're not just the rules, they are the backbones of criminal investigation. From the law of individuality that tells us no two objects are exactly alike, to the principle of exchange that reveals how criminals always leaves a trace behind. Each law plays a vital role in turning evidence into answers. In this video, we will break down the seven basic principles or the laws of forensic science which help you to understand not just what they are but what they matter. Let's dive in and uncover the science behind solving the crimes. Here are the seven fundamental principles. Let's understand one by one. The first and perhaps the most foundational principle in forensic science is the law of individuality. This law states that every object, whether natural or man made, is unique. No two things are exactly same. In forensic terms, this means that no two fingerprints, no two DNA profiles, and the no two bullet marks are ever truly identical. This uniqueness allows us to link a specific person, object, or a tool to a crime scene. For example, your fingerprints are entirely your own. Even identical twins do not share the same prints. The same goes for your DNA. This principle gives forensic scientists the power to identify suspects, match the evidence, and solve the crimes with a specific precision. Next, we have one of the most famous forensic principles, the principle of exchange, also known as Locard exchange principle. This principle was proposed by Dr. Edmund Locard, a pioneer in forensic science. It states that every contact leaves a trace. In other words, whenever two objects come in contact, they always transfer material. When two objects come in contact, they exchange materials. So, if a suspect enter into a crime scene, they leave something behind like fingerprint, hair sample or fibers from their clothes, etc. At the same time, they may also take something with them like dust, blood, or fragments of glass, etc. This invisible exchange of trace evidence is what allows forensic experts to establish a link between the suspect and the victim and the crime scene. Now, let's look at the law of progressive change, which highlights the dynamic nature of forensic evidence over time. This law states that everything changes with time and nothing can remain constant. In forensic science, that means evidence doesn't stay in the same condition forever. It deteriorates, it decomposes, or it gets altered due to environmental factors. Yes, it's true. Evidence is subject to change over time. For example, a blood stain might dry, darken, or degrade. A dead body undergoes stages of decomposition. Even fingerprints can smudge or fade over time. That's why timing of evidence collection is very crucial in any forensic investigation. So, this principle reminds investigators to work quickly and preserve the crime scene because delays can compromise the quality and reliability of the evidence. Next is the law of comparison, a fundamental concept in how forensic scientists analyze evidence. This law states that to identify or establish the origin of any evidence, it must be compared with a known sample. In simple terms, no identification without comparison. For instance, if a fingerprint is found at a crime scene, it needs to be compared with the fingerprints of suspect. Or a bullet is recovered from a victim, must be matched with bullet test fired from a suspect weapon only. Then we can draw conclusions. So, this principle forms the backbone techniques like fingerprint matching, DNA profiling, handwriting analysis, and ballistic examination. In short, comparison turns evidence into proof. The fifth principle is the law of analysis, which emphasizes the importance of scientific integrity in forensic work. This law states that the sample collected must be analyzed without any alteration or loss. Forensic analysis must be complete, accurate, and unbiased. Evidence must be analyzed thoroughly and preserved properly. When evidence is brought into a forensic lab, it must be handled with extreme care. Even a small loss, contamination, or change in the evidence can lead to false conclusion. That's why maintaining the chain of custody and following preservation techniques and using validated scientific methods are crucial parts of forensic analysis. Now we arrive at the law of probability, the principle that brings statistics into forensic science. This law states that all conclusions in forensic science are based on probabilities, not certainties. For example, when we say there is a 1 in a billion chance that someone else has the same DNA profile, we are expressing the strength of the evidence in a probabilistic terms. The lower probability of coincidence, the stronger the link. The law of probability ensures that forensic conclusions are scientifically sound and statistically justified. Finally, we came to the law of circumstantial facts, a principle that teaches us how small and direct clues can build a powerful case. This law states that facts do not lie, though they may be interpreted differently. Circumstantial evidence, like a footprint, phone record, or a fiber, may not directly prove someone else's guilt, but it can create a compelling story when linked logically. In forensic investigations, we often rely on chain of circumstantial facts. Each piece alone might seem insignificant, but together they can point strongly toward a particular conclusion, especially when there is no direct evidence. So, this principle highlights the importance of context and correlation. Forensic scientists must evaluate how all facts connect and ensure the interpretations are objective and supported by the evidence. The law of circumstantial facts reminds us that even indirect evidence can lead to a direct justice. To sum up everything, forensic science, guided by its seven fundamental principles, which plays a vital role in the recognition, identification, and individualization of evidence collected from the crime scene. These principles are not just theoretical, they ensure that evidence is handled scientifically, ethically, and legally. From the moment a crime is discovered to the final judgment in the court, forensic science supports a criminal justice system by enabling accurate investigations and fair legal proceedings. I hope you enjoyed the session and gained a clear understanding of the seven principles of forensic science. Please drop a comment below if you have any questions or if there is a specific forensic topic you would like me to cover in future videos. I would be more than happy to explore those with you. The presentation document used in the video will be shared on our social media platform, so you can access it directly from there. For more information or queries, you can also reach out to us through our social media channels. We would love to connect with you. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious, stay forensic. See you in the next video with Krino Forensics. Thank you.